There are many great myths associated with the United States Constitution. Perhaps the most enduring is an oft-repeated belief that the delegated enumerated powers of Article I are a bulwark of liberty. Contrary to popular belief, the U.S. Constitution enumerated powers were more than enough to destroy states' rights. This was the key point of Patrick Henry's final speech at the Virginia Constitutional Convention. On the concluding day, Patrick Henry restated to the Assembly that which he had stressed constantly for 3 weeks. The powers delegated to Congress in the proposed United States Constitution would strip them of their blood-bought liberties. The states turned over everything but their political underwear. The power of distributing the purse and the power of wielding the sword were the two most important powers turned over to the central government by the Constitutional Convention. The two most potent enumerated powers of Article I were about to be transferred from the states to a unified central bureaucracy by the Founding Fathers. All other powers were secondary. For Patrick Henry, this was the end of states' rights and the freedom of the people. He elaborated on June 9, 1788, the dangers of the U.S. Constitution as presented by the Founding Fathers. At the same time, the proposed United States Constitution offered no real advantages over the Articles of Confederation. The potential dangers ignored by the Constitutional Convention included an ineffective system of checks and balances, taxation levied directly on citizens instead of state requisition, stripping the states of their defenses, and the precedence of national laws. I look on that paper as the most fatal plan that could possibly be conceived to enslave a free people, he concludes. If such be your rage for novelty, take it. He pointed out that Congress, quote, may keep armies perpetually on foot. This unlimited authority is a most dangerous power. Its principles are despotic, close quote. The authority to muster the militia to put down insurrection is likewise assigned to Congress, thereby rendering the states powerless, as the Civil War proved. He criticized the inconsistency of those Founding Fathers who stated that the U.S. Constitution was adequate as written, but acknowledged the need for later amendments. This is reminiscent of a recent exhortation to pass a bill so we can find out what's in it later. The Treaty Clause was another of the enumerated powers put forth by the Constitutional Convention that drew the ire of the anti-federalists. This dangerous clause elevated treaties with other nations above even the U.S. Constitution, not to mention the states. Finally, Patrick Henry exposed the one great flaw in his political philosophy. Quote, the great and direct end of government is liberty, he declared. Secure our liberty and privileges, and the end of government is answered. Close quote. Sadly, that is a humanistic perspective. Rather, the great end of government is the glory of God and submission to the King of Kings, Jesus Christ, and His law recorded by Moses. If the United States Constitution had only done that, human liberty would have been the blessed outcome. But all of the Founding Fathers ignored that most important ingredient, without which human liberty will perish. At historymythbusters.wordpress.com, you get the story behind the story.